and the masters of the universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Eternia.
Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike, and what an exciting day of the first day that we got to fund this amazing place. This is history in the making. Whether you're on the sidelines watching this, whether you're partaking in the backing of this, there is history in the making here with a super holy grail, something of 26 years of collecting. I've only seen a few of these in person, and they were never complete. And everybody always wants what I thought was crazy numbers, $300 to $500 in the 90s for these, just the three towers. So looking at this, it's very impressive. Now I'm going to share my story of backing this today. I'm also going to talk about how the day went and some of the things I learned while I was backing this thing. And of course, some other issues that pop up here and there. But for the most part, this is really exciting. Fans have come out. I predicted it would fund in 24 hours, so I will change my thumbnail at noon, 11 or whatever, whenever I post this, depending on whether it funded or not. But it looks like it's way past halfway there, and we're getting pretty close to it getting funded. I don't see a lot of international orders. There's a lot of situation there with really high shipping. But anyway, let's talk more about this Eternia crowdfunding project with Mattel Creations coming up. So let me just get right into the nitty gritty of this. I ordered 3. I said I was going to order 3. I've moved some money around, I did some things, and now there's a lot of questions about this. So I'm going to throw everything I know about this at you. First of all, if you order 3, you only get 1 shipping charge. There is a $6.95 shipping charge plus a $50 service charge because it's big. And you only get 1 of those if you order 3. Had I ordered 4, I would have probably only gotten 1 of those. But 3 is well more than I need. You know, 1 to open, 1 to keep sealed, and 1 just in case.
I have 3 of each. 1 to display, 1 to open, and 1 just in case.
Why?
Or leave it in the box!
And then taxes on that for Oklahoma, $148.50. Taxes suck. I remember the 90s and the early 2000s, you had no tax on any internet sales. Well, that's changed lately. $18.55 for 3. So my initial expectation, it's actually better because of that. I want to say that this is super duper ultra exciting, and now I have paid attention to Eternia on and off over the last couple of decades of collecting, and it's been on my radar a small point. One of those things that it's super unattainable. If somebody pops up and has one for $300 complete, I'd buy it instantly as a collector. But whenever someone has one for $300, it's missing literally everything. The 3 towers in really bad shape, disgusting. Got to clean the crud out of them. So that's why this deal is actually a super good deal for $550. But it's going to be a little bit bigger too. So I don't think these parts will be even compatible with a vintage one. And so I'm going to talk a little at the end about the vintage stuff, because I've been really looking ultra deep at what's going on with the vintage market, because it's up and down and crazy right now. But this set is freaking awesome. I'm really excited about it, looking forward to it, and I've actually cleared a space for it. Now this thing's gonna fund no matter what, so let's just get to the nitty gritty. This little boat monster thing is kind of cool, and like I said in the past video, I didn't know I wanted it till I saw it, but yeah, I want it to be unlocked. Unlocks at 8,000. I believe this is going to blow past 8,000. Like, in the first week, we're going to be looking at both of the unlocks completely unlocked, and looking at those in the rear view mirror. 10,000 gets you Keklar. So now I'm starting to hear like some rumors that we will get this sort of type of figure with a different coloration called the Elder down the road. If so, this to me, this might be the coolest Master of the Universe figure I've ever seen in my life. And if they make one that's not part of this set, I'm going to have to get a few just because it's so awesome. But I just never even imagined this. And so I'm hearing this was from the original comic book that was packed in with the Eternia, the 4,000 Eternias they made back in the day. The modern one's actually going to blow away the vintage one because they're going to make way more. 10,000, 15, 20, who knows, 30,000 of these. But I would love to see this with different color variations and that kind of stuff. I'd buy up every one in triplicate because it looks that cool. Now, it's definitely King Grayskull that's bringing all the boys to the yard to want to get this in the first week or the first day or the first hour. In fact, I wasn't the first backer. Now, I'm going to tell you what I've experienced with HasLab and HasLab's backing. When I backed it the day it came out, I was one of the first in the world to get it. When I waited a week or 2 weeks into a project, I was middle range to one of the last to get it. So I do believe that when they do crowdfunds, it's first come, first serve. If you back first, you get yours first. Again, I don't really care about that. I don't care. I just care that I get it. And I was super late on Unicron. I was also super late on getting Unicron. But at the end of the day, I just am happy that I get it. Next time I'm going to bring up this topic that I thought we were going to have the option for is it Shopify or I don't know what it is, whatever it is that they let you make payments. Now, I did that when I bought a few of one of their online things, and it bills over every 2 weeks or something. They took that off there. There's no PayPal option. And then they're saying, well, we have to work on that. I'm hearing that on the back end it's not working, so they got to figure out how to make it work. Specifically because this is not intended to bill until it funds. Now, if it bills at 5,000, that's different than building on November 9th. If they bill on November 9th, it's a different story. So all of this stuff taken into account, of course, but the payment plan would be so much better for everyone, especially me. I would really have liked that. Now, of course, how did I fund this? I sell a few things, I cancel a few pre-orders, and I reprioritize my life and collecting because this is that big of an event. I think this is the biggest event of the year. I mean, if you collect multiple lines, it's the biggest event. If you don't collect Master Universe at all, then you're like, why do they care? So I've watched several people's live streams. Always Mega J Retro, Geek Dads with Jay and John, Hebro, and all of them. Some comments brought up in their live streams were pretty interesting. One was, what else could you unlock? Could you unlock more of these little chariot things? But I would think more motors would be pretty cool too. So more motors, because there's 3 attachments to this. But could we not get 3 motors? That would be awesome. If they were to say unlock an extra one if we go down the road, that would be fantastic. But yeah, it'd be a cool idea. I personally think that everything about this playset will match the Masterverse and the Classics because every single vehicle that they have made has matched both scales, the Masterverse and the Origins. So Classics would fit because Masterverse is bigger than the Classics. So with all of this, I think everything's going to fit into this, and it's scaled up. And they said everything is tall enough to match a 7-inch scale. That's why it's bigger than the Vintage. And probably better than the Vintage for that fact, too. Yeah, I'm totally a guy that's never owned a Vintage, and I've only seen one for a brief period of time, a few times, missing everything. So my knowledge base on this is very low, but moving up very, very, very fast. Hopefully we see a proper review on YouTube of one of these vintage ones, so we know what to expect with the modern one. So anyway, with that, I do want to talk a little bit about the vintage ones. So obviously, a lot of people are selling these off. There are 16 Eternias on eBay, up from 9 just a few days ago, up from 3 or 4 a few months ago. So this is unprecedented. I've seen them sell as cheap as $700. There are 9 sold listings, by the way. There are way more for sale now than there are sold over the last 3 months. And the lowest price was $700, missing some stuff, but really not a bad set. And then up to $2,300 actually sold. So the price range for between nearly complete for $2,300 and missing a bit more for $700. And this one here is $1,165. They all want anywhere between $130 to $250 shipping. So we're going to take a look at all of these. But vintage, of course, is always going to command a higher price than even the one that we're funding right now. This one here is $1,900 plus shipping, missing some stuff, but still a decent representation overall. I bet you some of the stuff that's missing is just not represented well in this picture. I didn't look too deep, but $1,900. And then this one here is $2,750, $2,750. And then people are saying $550 is too much, but $2,750 is perfectly fine for this one. Which, by the way, this has been a $4,000 grail for years. Decade, maybe. A $4,000 grail. So it's been a hard piece to acquire because I hear they only made 4,000. This one here is $3,000, and you get a king that it looks like, and maybe some extras in there. But this set looks complete, pretty complete. Looks really good. Maybe there's some stuff missing. I've been ultra deep diving on all the parts lately, trying to figure out what all the vintage one came with, what the differences are between the new one, but I still don't know all that. But I'm trying to figure it all out. Here we go with $3,150. We've got this one here, which is pretty complete. You see the chains on the kind of pinkish, purplish, mauve colored snake. That's where it kind of gets into like big money right there. For whatever reason, them chains are hard to get, but the tracks are probably broken. I didn't read all the descriptions. I just pulled numbers and showed pictures so you can kind of get an idea. 550 is way too much, but 3150, that's pretty much right on. And then $4,000 for this bad boy right here. Now, I think flex that the track looks unbroken. You can set it up and it looks pretty good. That's a serious awesome flex. I don't think the new one's going to come with, if you look at the green tower up to the very top of the blue tower, that connection right there, that ramp, that whatever, that doesn't seem to exist right now as what I'm seeing with the pictures of the Origins. I don't think it's going to come with the Origins, so I don't know. So maybe that piece might be fun to just snag from a vintage one if you can. And then getting to 4,000. This is another $4,000 one, but I numbered it 4,001 simply because it had a box. And so with that, and some of these are bids, bid them up, and some of them are buy it nows or make offers and all that kind of stuff. And you can work a deal and say, dude, would you take 1,200? Yeah, I will. I don't think this is the best time to sell these, though. I mean, there's a flood of people selling these. I want to know why they're selling them, though. I mean, are you buying a new one, or are you just wanting to sell yours anyway before this funds? I actually think after the funding is over is the better time to sell a vintage one, because the FOMO's not over. It's like you missed out. It's Momo, missed out if you wait till after the funding. So $4,600 on this bad boy. And they're coming out of the woodworks right now, just like crazy. And then sealed, and I don't know if it's AFA graded or not, but $25,000. I mean, come on. We got a sealed one, box it in the greatest shape, but it's still sealed. $25,000. So I don't know about you, but I'm super excited about this. I did back 3 in the first day. I'm part of the history that is being made. I don't care about all the naysayers that say that you're going to make Snake Mountain cost more. I think Snake Mountain's going to be $99.99, $99.99. This will not come out until spring of 2024, so technically we will have Snake Mountain before this comes out, and you can build your environment and make a huge Eternia, including Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. So let me know what you think about this project. Did you back this? Do you hate this? Are you in? Are you out? Are you in love with it? Are you in hate with it? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know why. I just like to get to know other people's opinions on this, and hopefully the whole payment thing doesn't go through till November 9th, and I won't have a really hard conversation with my wife too early. So anyway, like and subscribe. Titanium Hanger out.
You don't recognize it, do you? Can see around solid objects.
Came He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe.
Playsets for ages 6 and up.
Way up.